All right, what's up, everybody? Ooh, we're working. We got a video signal. I see the audio levels going.
Okay.
I think we're good today.
How about our levels? I'm concerned about that.
Level check. 1 2 1 2. How we sounding out there?
Levels is good.
Levels is good.
Okay, levels is good.
We're working. What's up, everybody?
Welcome to episode 82, live from Millvale, Pennsylvania.
Millville.
Pittsburgh,
Pennsylvania.
Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania.
From the Mr. Smalls Theater. Boom. Hello.
Thanks for joining us for this 3-part series with Chris Edwards. We are at the finale today, and I'm very excited to be doing this.
Yeah, today's a big one.
We have a few things to touch upon before we finish our part 3 with the legend, the Godfather, Chris Edwards. We have some sponsors, but before that, I think it would be appropriate to do my spiel.
Should we sponsor ourselves first? Okay.
We should sponsor ourselves.
Good for it.
Okay, please follow us on our Instagram. Go give us a follow. Go to Facebook, give us a like. Please go to our iTunes, give us a 5-star rating, a review. Go to our YouTube. Hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell. So when we have one of these live episodes, you get an alert on your phone. It says ding, ding, and then you can stop what you're doing and check out this, like what we're doing today with the legend, Chris Edwards. And if you are interested, we also have a Patreon where we have exclusive Patreon footage. You could be a Patreon for as little as $1 a month. And it helps us do things like, fly out to Pittsburgh and do things like this. And hopefully when Corona ends, we can continue doing things like this.
There's links below in the description for anyone who wants to be a part of our Patreon, and follow us on any of our social platforms down there. I want to thank our first sponsor of the day, which is Zella Health. Zella Health is a fellow Blader-owned health brand who is trying to focus on supplements to help keeping us moving forward and feeling great, like with their turmeric and ginger capsules. Inflammation is one of the leading causes of an overall health deterioration. The active curcumin in Zella Health turmeric capsules is an anti-inflammatory powerhouse that alleviates painful joints and other types of chronic inflammation. So any bladers out there having any inflammation problems in their joints, specifically their knees, this stuff is perfect for you.
You need turmeric in your life.
You need turmeric.
It's that simple.
This is why Zella Health has created the turmeric and ginger with apple cider vinegar, and is your one-stop solution to relieving joint pain. Zella Health also has apple cider vinegar gummies, elderberry, vitamin C, and zinc capsules. Like I said the other day, I've been taking the elderberry every day because I don't want to get this COVID on these travels and stuff.
Yes, I understand that.
So definitely good to boost your immune system there. And Zella Health is offering to all of our Jump Street podcast viewers 20% off the entire order with code JumpStreet at checkout. And as well as that, they have deals on gift bundles for the holidays. So definitely check them out. Everything is linked below. That's 20% off with code JumpStreet.
JumpStreet, 20% off. If you're going to get it anyway, you might as well get it with the discount. You know?
Might as well.
And you can get it delivered straight to your door.
Let them know who sent you. Let them know who sent you.
Let them know who sent you. JumpStreet. And also, we have to give a shout-out to our second sponsor of the day, Intuition Skate Shop. Matt Mickey at Intuition Skate Shop. Intuition Skate Shop is the world's local skate shop since 2000. 2 decades of blade, brick and mortar without borders. They have a few new shirts out. They have the Derek Henderson, the Can't Skate shirt, and As Fate Would Have It. These exclusive shirts were hand-drawn by iconic blade artist Jeremy Baytall and are available in sizes extra small through XXL. So whatever fits you, whatever size, whatever your style, they have the shirt for you.
You, your kids, your family.
And as seen on me right now, I have Mick's signature captain's hat. And I've been honestly...
It looks great.
I've been loving this hat.
It looks great.
I feel like a captain in this hat.
You wear it all weekend. You love it.
I feel like the captain of a ship. And Matt has a slogan for this particular hat. And
what is it?
Every day is a cruise in your captain's hat. So shout out to Intuition Skate Shop. Go to intuitionskateshop.com or at Intuition Skate Shop on Instagram. I had a problem saying intuition for a second. Intuition Skate Shop. So shout out Matt Mickey, shout out Intuition, and yeah.
And shout out Zella Health.
Shout out Zella Health.
Thank you so much for helping us be a part of this today and being here to welcome our very special guest for the third and final time this weekend. Is he here?
He's here.
Everybody, please welcome Chris Edwards. Woo! The crowd is going crazy back there.
Guys, keep it down.
Hey.
Please stay seated.
Good thing we got all these bouncers.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's a good thing that we brought my 6 bouncers today.
The Brazilian jiu-jitsu.
Yeah, I called out Brazilian, so I was like, I'm going to need you for the final show because it's going to be epic.
Yeah, you guys can't see it right now, but there's a few Hell's Angels scattered in the crowd right now just in case anything gets out of control.
It was so exciting today. I had to bring Arlo with me, so I'm like, all right, Arlo, sit in with me. We're gonna be
show the
fine.
main camera. Show the main camera.
We're going to be fine, right? You know what I mean? Arlo's here. We're good. Let's do this.
Did Arlo design that?
Yeah, he did in 1993.
Oh, damn.
This is an original birth print, and it's available on the website right now.
Very cool.
Go get you one.
Everybody check out the Birth website too. It's in the link down below.
Yes.
Yeah.
I am super stoked for this episode. We are going to wrap
We got a
up
lot to talk about in this
the
one.
whole Chris Edwards saga and get into what you're up to these days.
All right.
I think where we left off was the beginning of the Birth tour in 1998.
Right.
So, what started the Birth tour? Like, what was the idea behind that and everything?
Well, like I was saying yesterday, Dave Payne he did the Sunshine Tour, and I think that there was like we were feeling this like really weird friction between like the whole ESPN look and really where our culture's heart and soul was and like what we were really about, and it just wasn't getting interpreted the right way through ESPN. It was like it was way too sporty, and
Too sporty.
yeah, a little too sporty, like a little like too confined, and then they weren't providing any platforms to like really showcase like the culture. So it was very just like we've got 2 runs. Here's the dude. Oh, next dude. Here's 2 runs.
Very cookie cutter.
Yeah, very cookie cutter. ESPN. It was a made for TV cookie cutter ESPN format contest. We were forced to go by their rules without any compromise for our culture, right?
They kind of set the terms of like.
Of course, they set the terms.
Yeah.
They had the money, and
Sure.
they had the show, and they had the TV station. So naturally they came in with their arm and did what they needed to do. Like there's great benefits from it. So I'm not in any way trying to knock it, but at the same time, we weren't able to like really express our voice as a community and as a culture. And I think Dave Payne, Dave Payne's always been very like about our culture and our heart and soul. He's captured the heart and soul of rollerblading better and probably more than anybody throughout the history of what we've done.
Sure.
I mean, if you want to go back and watch the evolution and progression of tricks and riders, then you're gonna want to go back and dip into some of those old video grooves, like because Dave was there.
Yeah.
Like you got to just give Dave the props that are due, man.
Yeah.
He was there. He captured it.
He was showing people like not the contest side, just like
At
the
all.
whole, the whole, all
the
the
heart
back
and
end.
soul.
Yep.
The heart and soul. And so he got motivated to do the Sunshine Tour. So then he was able to grab a handful of us from the ESPN bandwagon and get on with him to go to the local skate parks and roll with the kids, And so I jumped on with them, and I was inspired. So I was like, "This is awesome, Dave! Like, I'm over the barriers and the barricades of ESPN where we're on one side, the fans are on the other, and security guards stop fans from coming back to hang out with us, and you have to have your badges and your passes and all this like big time hoopla, right?
Yeah.
And I've just like I said when we first started, I'm not a contest skater. I'm a soul skater. I skated damn near a decade prior to the first contest, and so the contest really, I donated my time into the contest because of the bigger picture, and hopefully by doing this and getting it televised, it'll help, boost and boom and grow our culture. So at this point, it's like, I've done the X Games in '95, got my ass kicked by the Australians, came back in '96, '97. I did pretty good. I podiumed in both street and vert in '96 and '97. So I walked away with 4 more medals, and then I was over it. I think I did after getting my ass kicked by the Australians. I was like, all right, you know what? I don't like contests, but I also don't like getting my ass kicked by the Australians. Right. So then I was like, I better take it seriously for just a second. You know what I mean? Like, so I fulfilled what I wanted to do. I bronzed in both street and vert. So I podiumed in both disciplines, which was really my goal. I just wanted to. I didn't care if I won. I just wanted to podium. Like, just prove to myself that I could do a contest if I wanted to, so whenever I'm challenged, I get bullheaded.
Yeah.
So, I got bullheaded, and I was like, okay, I'm going to figure out a way to get on the podiums in both disciplines in the same games, because that was really hard to accomplish, and I pulled it off, twice. So 2 years in a row, I pulled off getting on the podium. I walked home with a stack of bronzes, which was more than fulfilling enough for
Sure.
for me and my heart and my soul. Like, okay, cool, I can do it. And if I really took it seriously, I'd probably like go steal the gold, you know. But I didn't care. That wasn't my drive. So I got inspired by Dave, and then I was like, Dave, man, this is just so awesome, dude. I'm over the X Games stuff. Like I've fulfilled myself over there, and I just like, I'm with you, bro. Like let's go reach out to the kids. Let's go skate with them. Let's do this. So at the time, because I did podium, and I was, you know, I was able to push my own personal name and brand. Birth was doing pretty well, so I had some money in the bank, and I went and purchased an RV, and I got a trailer. I talked to Rollerblade. I was like, load up the trailer with skates. We put in a bunch of skates, and then I snagged excuse me, I snagged a handful of riders and threw them in the RV and said, all right, we're gonna go meet up with Payne and, you know, some of the Sunshine stops, and then we're gonna continue off from there and just keep rolling with the birth team, and do some awesome outreach, some grassroots stuff. So
Where did it start, and like who were the first people on?
I believe that it was Bob Lewis, it was Corey, Hakeem, man,
Corey Donahue?
yeah. Trying to remember who all the, I don't know, man, I'm getting old. Dude.
Brian Bell was on there for a bit?
Yeah,
or?
Brian Bell was swinging in. Yeah, yeah. I didn't limit it to the birth team. So like a lot of guys were just dipping in and out. You know, I gladly, whoever wanted to show up to the events, of course, could show up to the events, and it was honored if they showed up. And then we started rolling, and it did pretty good, and got good feedback. You know, and so then it was like, okay, this is working. Let's stay grassroots. I've again know that I was frustrated that ESPN wasn't finding an outlet to like show the community, right? I didn't understand why someone couldn't go negotiate a deal with Taco Bell or Mountain Dew and say, listen, you're gonna sponsor the community initiative, right? So like your sponsorship dollar is gonna go to help fund a showcase of the inside of, right? Like what, you have the inside of NFL, so why can't you have the inside of freestyle rollerblading? Why can't you have the inside of skateboarding, and like have it as a sponsored thing, and like showcase these are the badass companies, right? Like here's the companies behind the scene. Because what was happening was ESPN sure would throw up the contest, throw up some of the prize money, but it was still all the companies funding the riders, right? So like, the companies had to pay for the riders to get there. They had to cover the hotel costs. They had to cover the airline costs. So there was a contribution coming from within the industry, and why it wasn't being recognized or in any way like celebrated pissed me off. Like it just pissed me off. And so I was like, okay, we got to figure out a way to like showcase like us.
Yeah.
So I came up with the Diversity Tour. And so the Diversity Tour representing the diversity of all of us. And I was really determined to, showcase not only rolling, but culture, like the culture, our artists, our musicians, and our cinematographers, and there's so much more. There's so much more, right? Yeah. And without all those components, there's no culture. All we're doing is sitting talking tricks, right? So there comes a point where we as much as you want to be like, dude, I'm such a rollerblader, man, 24/7, right? Like, give me a break.
Yeah.
Okay, because life is a little bit deeper than that, and if we don't grasp the good and solid, like real elements within all of us, like there's artists that happen to rollerblade, right? Like Jeremy Bidall is a prime example. He's a brilliant artist who happens to love rollerblading, and he's a badass rollerblader too, right? I could keep listing. I've got several artists that I've been blessed with to help and contribute and collaborate with our new mission here with the Birth brand, and they also are just amazing badass artists, but they rollerblade, right? They love rollerblading. We have guys who are just like Ray Mendez, man. This dude is like, you know, he's helping me on the back end. He's business savvy. He's like set up these great skate programs for kids, you know, and he's a badass cinematographer. He'll edit the hell out of something, but he rollerblades, okay? And like, look at Dylan Cooper.
Yeah.
Dylan Cooper, holy shit. Like this kid is
So
like
talented.
blowing up, badass, you know, like rapper in the game, like throwing down his name with rollerblades.
Yeah.
Right.
Like that is what I was like fighting for. It's like that was like diversity. Here comes diversity, right? I set up stages. I invited b-boys. I had DJs. I had threw up canvases. I provided spray paint, provided art tools, you know, and then brought in skating. You know, and really just wanted to see the community like grow and foster more than just skating, right?
sure.
I brought my drum set out. Like,
Yeah.
here, kid,
Yeah.
here's some drumsticks. Bang. You know, your mom wouldn't let you because it's annoying, but here, who gives a shit? Be annoying.
yeah.
That's awesome.
Right? Like, so that was really my driving factor. And at the same time, I wanted to bring the brands with us, the ones who were really doing the heart and soul, picking up all the skater-owned brands, throwing them on the poster, promoting them, handing out their giveaways and goodies, you know, and just showcase us, right? Just have a fun ass time rollerblading and showcasing our culture.
Did you fund this yourself? Or you had sponsors backing it?
Now in '99 I went to ASA. Okay, so
Right.
I was like, listen, let me go around and do the all the, because there was at that time there was the amateur competition series that
And they had stops all over the country.
yeah,
right?
there were stops everywhere. So I was like, I'm gonna back with your stops. I'll go to your stops. I'll set up this thing, and then we'll back the series as it rolls into the finals. So we did it, but then they weren't letting me promote the companies, and so I was making my way through the year, and I was kind of like back ending it.
So you were saying like ASA was sponsoring the like you to go on the tour, but they weren't letting you promote the company like Birth and stuff. like
Yeah,
that?
right. It's like ASA was like all of a sudden doing the exact same thing to me that I was pissed off at ESPN for doing. So it was like, you know, like all of a sudden like Slim, like it couldn't be the Slim Jim Diversity Tour like pushing this. It was just like they tried to make it more like the Diversity Tour doing the ASA stops, right, and just only ASA's corporate sponsors, and that was it. I was like, guys, man, this isn't what we talked about. Like like that's not diverse. That's not diverse at all. We're back to just being like, hey, dude, I'm a rollerblader 24/7. Like,
Yeah.
like this is not what we were talking about. Like what the you know, and. At the end of the year, they got pissed at me because I back-ended it, and you know, of course, I broke my contract by doing that. But I didn't, you know, I was like, whatever, man. If you guys don't want to like play by these rules, then I don't want to play. So I'm gonna take my diversity tour. It was good, it was fun, and now that I see you for what you are, I'm out of here. I'm gonna go continue my diversity tour. Then the asshole said, well, you can't take the name diversity. I'm like, get the fuck out of here. Like, okay, here we go with this shit. Like, okay, really? Awesome. Way to go, ASA. Way to be like skater friendly and skater owned.
The
You know?
opposite.
Like,
Yeah, right.
I thought we were an association. I thought we were about us. So then I got pissed at ASA. So now like I just like dedicated like my last like 5 years to ASA and like didn't do the NIST tour and now it's like evolved to this. Like money is just like a nasty shit. So I was like, I don't need it then. I'll do the Detour. So then I did the Detour. I was like, let's go around your asses. Like, no problem. You don't want to steal my shit?
Yeah.
Detour your ass.
Same concept?
Exact same concept. And then I pumped the hell out of the industry. And that I ended up having to fund mostly on my own and just burn through my wallet. But it was well worth it. I had for some reason I had this like thing in my head that if we didn't make it to the new millennium, we weren't going to make it. I don't know why.
Was there doubt at that
So
point?
this was like '99 as well.
Yeah,
right?
there was like a collapse. There was like you could feel the industry was like it was collapsing
Yeah.
because there was this influx of all these companies because of ESPN. Right now we're a multi-billion-dollar industry. Like holy shit. Inlines, woo! Everybody jump on, man.
Yeah.
So in comes Nike, Fila, Reebok,
yeah,
you know,
yeah.
Solomon, K2, like everybody at once in '98, man, and they were just like, we're getting a piece of this pie, and like they come rushing in. They rushed in so hard, produced so many skates that like the timing
just
was
flooded
wrong.
it, right?
Dude, the peak was we were at the peak, and so you came in at the peak. You didn't come in like when we could have used you. You came in at the peak to steal the fucking crust, like you came in just to like take the rest of it,
Yeah.
and it saturated the shit out of the market. Like we were saturated. There was more skates than there were human beings on the planet at one point. Like like probably not literally, but damn near, right? Like
a
there was just
lot.
more skates.
Yeah.
There was definitely more skates
Than people skating,
in
for sure.
warehouses than people willing to buy them.
Right.
Okay, like that's a solid statement.
sure.
There was more skates in warehouses than people willing to buy them. And when this happened, it just like you could feel it. You could feel it. And you could start feeling the pressure, and then this is when like Rollerblade's not giving any money to ESPN. We're no longer involved in the X Games. Like we're starting to come out. So then I felt this really great pressure to like, dude, we got to just roll us into the new millennium. Just get us into the new millennium, and we'll be okay. Like I don't know why I felt that way, but that's just the way I felt, you know. So that was my internal mission. Then I was like, just get us to the new millennium, and if we can just break that 2000 mark and present ourselves into the new millennium, then we'll be there. And then I don't know, whatever.
Yeah.
I don't know if that means anything or it doesn't mean anything, but it meant something to me.
Right.
All right. So
So you're doing this thing for like 3 years.
Right.
It goes
I'm in
from
98
It goes
to
from Birth
99.
Tour, 98. It goes to Diversity Tour, 99.
Yep.
Then 2000, you're doing Detour.
Yep.
You're funding it yourself.
Yep.
You're going around. Was there a point where it's like becoming too much and it's just not sustaining? You're pumping in too much money. You're seeing that not enough's coming back, and like
it definitely it ran my bank account out, but
Sure.
but I made it, right? Like I made it, so like I did it. I was like, okay, cool, I did it. It's 2000. We did it. I just like made it to 100 freaking skate parks across the country.
Yeah.
I just like handed like thousands and thousands of kids. Introduced them to the heart and soul of what we did. Here's all of our companies. These are the cool companies. Like I didn't have
it's very grassroots.
very
Yeah,
grassroots.
like
I was
the
like,
most
I was like,
grassroots
here,
thing.
man. Like,
Yeah.
welcome to rollerblading. This is the heart and soul of rollerblading, and that was my mission. Like, just like let me show you the cool shit.
Wait, how did you do that exactly? Did you organize stops at like malls and stuff
I
like
just
that?
went to I went to skate shops and skate parks.
Okay.
I
Just people knew you were coming, so
at
they
the,
knew
at
to
the
come
time,
in.
at the time in 2000, they were still there, right?
Yeah,
Like they,
it's a different day.
like the decline was coming, but they were still there,
Right.
Right? Like they hadn't. No one. It wasn't a complete washout yet. The washout. It was the washout was beginning. And that's why it got really dark. It got really dark in the beginning of the 2000s because all of a sudden we were out of the X Games. Shops started closing, so there was that dark moment in our existence. Where it just like it felt like the lights were out, but like I'll often like just have this little thing in my head like, man, they keep telling me that I'm dead, but I find myself breathing.
That whole movement is something that I believed in heavily for years. Obviously, someone like me, I haven't done like how you did. You actually put it into action. But that going around to skate shops, having skates for people to share, people seeing the crowds of people in public, and
Yeah.
like that's huge for the sport and
Huge
the
for
community,
kids.
for people to see that.
It
Parents
is.
driving down the street and seeing crowds of people at a skate shop, like something's up, something's happening. Let's check it out.
Right. No, and it's great, I don't have a damn regret at all, like I did it. I pulled it off. I did at least what I thought I was supposed to do, like that my heart told me to do, so I can live with myself, right?
Yeah.
So then,
And I was about to say 3 years of that is like it's.
so I
got-
lived in the RV. I didn't have a house.
I was about to say
yeah,
like
then you were
three
committed.
3 years of living in the RV. You're with skaters every day in, day out for 3 years. You're on the road. I mean, I'm sure there are parts about it that are
bet
like
you-
very fulfilling for your soul, but then there's like other parts that are just like, God, this is killing me. I mean, I would imagine how I would be. How was it for you?
I loved it.
You loved it?
Yeah, I'm a
You're a road dog.
I'm a road dog. I lived on the road. Like I wasn't missing shit. I was already. I went from airplane life in a suitcase to at least I had my own little home,
Yeah.
even though it was just the back end of an RV. But like it was like kind of the first time that I actually like was able to see my own possessions daily for a year straight. You know, otherwise it was just like, man, I was gone Thursday to Sunday, you know, and like flying home Monday every single weekend of my life for like 15 plus years with rollerblade, dude. Like I like, did I get to be home for Christmas? No, I didn't. You know why? Because everybody else is out shopping at the mall, so it's a good time to do a demo. Could I celebrate fucking the New Year's with anybody at my, you know? Nope, I can't, because it's a Happy New Year's party and we got to set up a vert ramp. We need Edwards. You know, could I, you know, like I
You don't think about that shit.
no, you don't.
Yeah.
And I mean, I was gone. I was literally gone probably 50 weekends out of the year. There might have been 2 weekends that I like was able to like sneak off, and those would have been in some weird obscure time when nothing was happening, right? So it definitely wasn't during a holiday, because every holiday was a great excuse for a demo and to get Chris Edwards out there.
Yeah.
And like,
So you're just working nonstop.
I worked
for
my ass
years.
off, man.
Yeah.
I worked my ass off, dude. And like, and I did a lot of traveling just all by myself. They were just shooting me all around by myself, because it was cheaper to send the poster boy out by himself than to send the whole team with him, right? And so then they would line things up to where it's like, okay, you're gonna go skate with these local dudes at this place. We're sending you off. Go get her done, Chris. You know. And then we'll send the packages and stuff ahead of you. You're gonna get there. You're gonna have 1,000 posters to sign. This blah blah blah, and we'll, you know, and go do it. And it was constant. It was constant. Like and you know, and so the tours was kind of my reprieve, right? It was just like a reprieve. And then I was like, okay, and you know, at this point, I no longer have pro models, so like that like kind of hype engine and that like that over the top pressure to push the products and get some sales and do the business blading end of it. That pressure wasn't there. Now it was just like, let's just go promote blading. Like I was ready to now my mission was like, let's promote everyone. Like we're not just gonna promote a CE product. We're gonna go promote rollerblading.
Yeah.
You know, so it was awesome. I like I said, man, I don't have a regret in the world, and I'm so glad I did it. And it was a blast, bro.
Yeah.
I do not know how many hamburgers and hot dogs I fed to rollerbladers.
Just thousands of
Thousands, dude. Thousands.
You guys
I was on the
best
grill.
way to
I
do
was
it.
on the grill, like, all right, guys, everyone's good. We're good. All right, everyone's having good sessions. Great.
Yeah.
Get out there and skate with the kids. I'm making your burgers.
I mean, no, man. Like some of the, I remember seeing some of the footage from the early Detour, and like it was, I feel like a lot of the footage still isn't even out. Like that, people haven't seen a lot of it.
Probably.
But like early, like Omar Y song on there, and then like
Yep.
Frankie Morales, Bashi was on for
I
a
remember
while.
from
Yep.
BG videos. It was
yeah.
in it too. Yeah, early Frankie. You mentioned early
Yeah.
Frankie too and stuff like that
Yeah.
the other day. What other talents did you discover on these tours? Because that Frankie story was
I think
amazing
that,
to see
like,
where a legend started from. You know.
That whole class, it was probably touched by it. You know, like
Yeah.
they all came in and rode. You know, like I showed up to. I went to. Like I said, over 100 stops in a year.
Yeah.
Like, you know, I had my weekends loaded with like a big event, like, you know, show up to the skate bar, it'd be great. And then we just like dipped into little spots all the way along the way, you know, and just met up with people. And it touched a lot of people. I think that's why, like, I needed to do it. Like, I think that's why I felt the need to do it. Like, let's get this introduced to everybody. Like, not ESPN. I want to introduce rollerblading. And, you know, and the only way to do it was to just pack up into an RV, load it up with everybody's shit, and go give it to them, because we couldn't afford the television, and the television wouldn't let us. So let's go. And man, all kinds of great Kilgore, dude. Those guys,
Yeah.
you know, the whole Philly crew.
Philly
those
guys.
guys were badass. They came in all the time. They helped. I mean, like there was. I mean, we could probably sit here and start listing all kinds of people.
Right.
But there's no, just all I know is that whatever my drive was to get us into the new millennium, we're talking right now in 2020.
Yeah.
So, hell yeah.
Still here.
We're
Yeah.
here. We're here.
No, it's
20 years later.
It's crazy. I was
Yeah.
about to say it's like a testament to your spirit, because like, you know, like you said, the TV turned us away, said no, and you went and did the tour, and then the company said no, and you're like, I'm still going to do the tour, and just like the spirit for blading and pushing and sharing this culture that we all love. Like,
Yeah,
you
man.
clearly have this deep passion for it.
Oh, of course I do, man.
Yeah.
This is like, you know, man, I started as a 12-year-old kid from a dysfunctional home. It was my escape. This is my gig. This is me, you know? And like, I've expressed myself in all kinds of other avenues, and not just skating, but through skating, I've expressed my other avenues, right? Like, so, like, at my core, I am rollerblading.
It's badass. I love that.
Yeah, the sacrifices you made to get skating to where rollerblading to where it is today is incredible. Like you in the beginning, you said it probably was something you were passionate about, and like you wanted to be like the poster boy or whatever. Like you just wanted it to grow, and then eventually, after so many years of not being home and celebrating holidays or whatever with your family, like those are huge sacrifices to make, because who knows, they could have just said, "Oh, you don't want to do it? Oh, we'll just move on to the next thing then," and then it would have been someone else who's like not passionate about it or just flopped completely.
No, I mean, I never had any intentions of being a poster boy. In any
just
way.
like when you're
no, I ended up
blessed with
being
the
a
fame
poster.
and
It's
stuff
like naturally.
like that.
Dude,
I didn't set out when when I got my first pair of skates. Nobody was skating. There was no such thing as a poster boy. There was no such thing as
like the fame
as a market.
the fame
I never set out for fame, man. There was no fame to be had.
Yeah. But you were in movies
It was just
and stuff
your
too.
natural.
Yeah. Okay. Like I ended up. Right?
Yes, that's what I mean. You ended up. Yes, yes.
But that wasn't my
Yeah.
drive.
No. Well, that's clearly what you're getting at now. It definitely wasn't your drive.
Not my drive.
So those are huge sacrifices
I
you
ended
made.
up being
Yeah.
right out of the circumstances of being the first dude.
Yeah.
Okay. And I was a young kid that got taken advantage of, who just happened to love rollerblading and killed it. All right.
You're damn right you did.
Yeah, it definitely did.
My boy.
Watch the knuckles.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, right.
Got my hands on these knuckles.
Yeah, so like they took me and they shaped me and they morphed me into something, and then but I knew what was happening, so I did what I could to enable it, right, for the betterment, and it was one hell of a journey, you know.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. So that's crazy. Like 3 years living on tour, living in the RV,
Yeah,
airplane life to suitcase life to on the RV, living on the tour. So when it was getting to like be pretty clear for you that it was like starting to come to an end, the Detour, like okay, I've dumped all my money and no one's going to be sponsoring this. What were you thinking for like the next step for you? Did you have a plan, or what was the next?
I never put my skates on and have a plan. And I didn't have a plan, but I had plenty of resources still.
But you're so invested in Plan A. Like I'm very much the same way. Like when you're so gung ho.
I know. Like my drive has never changed. Right. Okay. So I'm my inner is get kids skating.
Right.
Go skate with kids. Get kids skating.
Yeah.
And
since the beginning.
Yeah. Get kids skating. Let me show them that skating is awesome and that you can do some cool shit on skates. And when you fall in love with it, man, you're going to just like have a blast, and you're going to find a community, and you're going to find a group of individuals that are going to support you, love you, and take care of you.
For sure.
All right. So that is number one, me.
Yeah.
That's my heart. So with that, I will take adventures and opportunities that represent that. And if they don't represent that, then I don't touch it. I don't want nothing to do with it.
For sure.
So what I ended up doing, in 1992, I went to Woodward for the first time. All right, I met Mike Speranzo. Mike Speranzo, he was a pro skateboarder who left his pro career behind to come to Woodward to shape it and give back to the kids. So he's a badass, right? And I was inspired by him at the time. I'm still inspired by him. And we're sitting in his theater.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So in 92, we meet, we get along. And then I'm plane hopping. So we'd dip in, dip out. I'd see him here and there, right? So I've now have a relationship with Woodward.
Right.
I've had a relationship with Woodward from the very beginning. Again, I have the first cover of Woodward that had to do with rollerblading. Like I just was the first student in a bunch of shit just out of coincidence, right? So I have a great relationship with Woodward. They also sponsored the tours. They helped with the tours. I pushed Woodward. So now, after everything went down and I couldn't get any enough sponsorship interest in 2001, because now the bottom is out, right? Like the effects of the '98 like gold rush is like the mountain's dry.
The ship has sunk.
Yeah, there's no more gold left, guys. You know, get the hell out of here.
Yeah.
Go to somewhere else. Like, don't even knock on my door because I ain't got none.
Yeah.
Like, okay. So then I'm like, well, shit. At least we made it to 2000. So call up Woodward.
It's a positive attitude.
Like, hey, Woodward, you got a place for me to stay? Sure, Chris, come on in. I'm now at Woodward because now my heart, teach kids how to skate, show them skating's awesome. Awesome. Perfect fit. I've already built a relationship with them. Let me go to Woodward. I'll be at Woodward. So now anybody who wants to go to Woodward, I'll be there. Come skate with me.
That's an awesome experience too
All
for
right?
them.
Yeah,
Huge.
and it's an awesome experience for me, right? So I'm able to like continue my personal journey of what I'm trying to do. So now I'm at Woodward for years. I'm there till 2008. So from 2001, 2008, I lived at Woodward. That's what I did. Hung out at Woodward, helped out at Woodward, did what I could. When the guys came in, hung out, partied, skated with kids, right? So then in 2006, Speranza was no longer involved with Woodward. He left Woodward probably a handful of years prior to me coming in in 2001. All right, he did his what he needed to do in his mission for Woodward and help develop the skateboarding program and get it all up and running, which then opened the door for the rollerbladers to come in and the rollerblading program, right? Like so he did his mission was fulfilled. He moved on. He's now living in Pittsburgh, and he's married to Liz Berlin from Rusted Root. Like, whoa, cool. And then Mike's a musician at heart as well, and not only just a skateboarder, but a musician at heart. And he's living in Pittsburgh. We meet up again in like 2006, and on a PlayStation tour hosted by Woodward. And we then went and did a B3 tour for kids for a couple of years. And so I was traveling with Speranza again. I was like, awesome, oh, cool, Speranza, shit.
Yeah.
All right, great. And so Speranza and I were like, we roommated, like we'd be roommates, man. So we just like talked and caught up and like really got to know each other again. And then he let me know that him and Liz acquired this crazy old church in Pittsburgh, and that they're trying to make it into a music rock theater, and they built a skate park under the bridge. I'm like, holy shit, bro, that's awesome, And then he shared that it's just tough. He was having it's always hard to find staffings. He's having staffing issues, and that he's on the tour just so that he could make money to feed his family.
Oh, wow.
While they're doing, I was like, well, shit, Mike, damn, dude, like, let me come and help. Like, all I'm doing is sitting at Woodward. So, and Woodward's not too far away, anyways. If I need to go back to Woodward and do stuff, man, it's a hop, skip, and a jump away. So let me come down to Pittsburgh and see what I can do, and just help you out. So. I moved to Pittsburgh in 2008, and here we are at Mrs. Small's Theater, right? So 2008, move here. I'm helping Mike. We redid the skate park, and then sometimes, man, like I think a lot of times I'm a product of just like being a hair ahead, like just like the timing. Like, it's been hard to get the time. I always seem to be kind of like a step ahead rather than like right where it needs to be.
Yeah.
But so again, we're kind of a step ahead. We built this awesome skate park, or the timing was just like, it wasn't quite right, because we invested in this awesome skate park. We had this big extravaganza, invited a bunch of rollerbladers, skateboarders, bikers to it. It was awesome, and had bands and all kinds of great stuff, right? So it was a big diversity kind of thing, like, woo! It was great. It was a really badass event. But then the city of Pittsburgh just started building skate parks everywhere, which is a good thing, but it's a very bad thing if you have an outdoor
business.
skate park that's charging money. Like, it's a horrible thing.
Yeah, it's rough.
So, collapse, right?
Sure.
Like, shit. Man, we had to like bring her down. We were frustrated, right? I helped him in the theater with building some stuff and shaping some stuff inside the theater at the time. I tried to manage the theater, like as the manager for like a year. I did okay. I changed the beer selections, right? Brought in some crafts, did some different stuff, got into it. Was helping. It was going pretty well, but it just wasn't. I'm not a nightclub manager,
Yeah.
right? So like, I was just like, man, Speranza, dude, like, I'm sorry that part. I gotta go. Like, you know, so, and it was just so tough. So there was a bit of friction, you know, and like we both respect each other and love each other, so we just had to, like, you know, it hurt. We had to, like, part ways for a second. But I'm still in Pittsburgh, and I met my wife, Jewel. I've been with her for 10 years now, and we needed to do something. And I've always loved I love building shit. Like, I'm a carpenter at heart. I've built several skate parks.
Did that start from building skate parks?
What's that?
Did that start from building skate parks? I feel like it does with a lot of skaters.
Probably, but I also, like, I've always been able to, like, you know, do my own handiwork at my, you know, residences.
Just
that
since
I've
you were
lived in.
young, just always been handy.
Yeah, I built shit, dude. I built my own treehouse when I was a kid. You know what I
Damn.
mean? Like, Grandma just sent me out to the wood pile, said you can have whatever you want on the wood. Okay, great, man. I'm gonna go figure out how to build a treehouse. I built this freaking awesome treehouse, man. It was so sick. I invited the fucking these local friends over. We were all inside the treehouse partying, and that shit collapsed. And that fucking, I learned a valuable lesson. What structure's all about.
That's how you learn, trial and error.
I was gonna say,
We all went, whoa, thank God that shit was only like 6 foot high. The whole thing all rolled out of the damn thing, you know, as kids. Like, holy shit.
I was about to say, it doesn't seem too safe to
Yeah,
let, like,
yeah.
your kid, your grandkid, build a tree house down by himself.
Hey, man, you know, that's what you do. That's what you do.
That's how you learn,
Throw
just
the
like
tools,
skating.
Yeah.
Throw the tools in the hands, and
That didn't happen to any
it's
vert
trial
ramps
and
you
error.
built or anything, right?
What's that?
That didn't happen to any vert ramps.
No,
or anything
no.
you built.
We built the fern ramp, you know. And
Okay. The fern ramp, you just go straight through it or something like that.
No,
No.
the fern ramp, like, you know, really helped cement our culture. You know, that ramp. A lot of people touch that ramp. No, so I just have this love for building, and I needed to get it. I needed to explore it to its end, right? So that way I could just, like, go to my grave saying, man, I did it. You know, I don't have too many other things that really, like, push me, but, you know, rollerblading is my gig. But this building thing, I just wanted to build. I was like, I can build a house. I bet you I can build a house. So I set out to build a house, like, from the ground up, at least get the knowledge and the know-how. And my wife and I started I found here in Pittsburgh, I found a property management company. I went and worked for them, and I worked underneath this old dude, Rich, who was, like, just an old schooler. And this company was getting homes, restorating them, and then renting them out and putting them into their portfolio, right? So then I worked with them for about a year and a half, and doing little side gigs on the weekends, finding little things to do, you know, just for a little bit of supplement. And then about a year or so into working with Rich, I was like, okay, what I thought I knew, I got it. I got it. I was like, okay, cool. I think that I can do this. So I ended up with my little attempts on side gigs, finding things. I found these gentlemen that wanted to build this badass roof deck on the north side that, like, overlooked the city, and it was, I mean, a huge roof deck, dude. Like, took up the whole freaking roof. Like it was like 25 foot wide by like 40. Yeah, just a massive deck.
Sick.
Like, almost 1,000 square foot deck, right? With all the with a couple of levels, and, like, I'll show you some pictures someday. But they wanted that done, and they wanted a couple other little miscellaneous things done inside their home. It was a $30,000 contract. I was like, ooh, shit, cool. This was a big enough contract that I could probably go for it. I discussed it with Jewel. Like, Jewel, we landed this. I can quit my job, but we're only gonna have probably like 2 months, 3 months worth of income off of this, and then we're gonna be broke. So we're gonna have to hustle, and let's start a company. Like, let's do this. And, you know, my wife had my back. So we got to go quit. Well, you know, now I'm just putting all my eggs in this damn basket. And
You got to do that sometimes in life. You got to take that
you got to
leap.
take the step, bro.
Yeah.
You got to drop in. You can't just stare at the top of the vert ramp. You got to drop the fuck in.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, let's go, you know? And then, unfortunately, for me, we're doing it at 100 miles an hour because...
Like everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then we'll figure out how to bring it back.
Yeah.
So we did it, man. And my wife's you know, she's got the same bullheaded tenacity as myself, you know. So it's like, fine, let's go. Let's get it on. So we started Pittsburgh Project Wrestlers, and we started wrestling some shit, and built the deck. My wife got on the horn. She found another investor who wanted to flip homes. So then we teamed up with him, and this dude like funded like everything, which was great. So then we didn't have too much of a risk, and then we went and we took homes here in Pittsburgh, like beautiful homes here in Pittsburgh that were built like in 1885, you know, like turn of the 19th century. Like there's some gorgeous homes here.
Yeah, they really are.
Like gorgeous homes, and but they're really outdated. I mean, and they need to be modernized without losing their integrity, right? And so the restoration business is more like what I was really attracted to. Like I love to bring it back to life. Like see something that just like my favorite project I did was a condemned home off of North Euclid here in Pittsburgh, and it was condemned, and they were like a week away from tearing it down to the ground and just getting rid of it. You go inside of it, there was human feces.
What the fuck?
What's condemned? Human feces in corners, the floors and all the joists and the subflooring crooked, falling apart. Like it was really dangerous to walk around it.
Just decrepit.
Freaking trees growing on the inside,
for
right?
real?
You know,
That bad?
yeah, bro.
Wow.
Like it was rough. So the investor goes, "I really love this house for some reason. Do you really think that you could bring this back?" I was like, I'm not afraid to try.
Yeah.
Like if you're not afraid to put some money in, then let's do it, man. This would be one hell of an accomplishment.
Right.
Like let's go.
Yeah.
So we did, man. And I tore out all of the, like I gutted it. Like not just like took the drywall off and the old plaster and shit, like removed all of the floor joists, removed the headers, built all new structure all the way inside this thing, new headers, new joists, new subflooring, and ran all new power, so all new electrical, HVAC. The plumbing was all fresh and modernized and up to date, all awesome. Then we insulated the hell out of it, threw up all the drywall, finished all the drywall, added all the lighting, the painting, all the flooring, the trims, and we like restored it back to, man, I hand built like they did in the old days because I just wanted to like to keep the integrity of the home. So I rebuilt 3 flights of steps to get all the way up. This thing ended up being a 5-bedroom, 4.5 bath mansion, bro. And it's just gorgeous. Like
That's a hell of a project.
Yeah. And we've done a ton of them just like that. And then we do a lot of remodeling as well, you know. We're just going and remodel someone's kitchen or their area, not a full gut, just like, you know. But we've gained a lot of knowledge in it, which is awesome. So
you know, this is actually a good time to probably switch it to talking about the foundation. But before we get into that, I want to give a quick shout out to our sponsors.
Yes.
Intuition Skate Shop, intuitionskateshop.com, at Intuition Skate Shop on Instagram. They got the new shirts from Jeremy Bates Hall. They have the Mix signature captain hat. Every day is a cruise in your captain's hat. And also Zella Health.
Yeah, shout out
Zella Health. Get some turmeric and ginger capsules. Get some
for your inflammation. They also got elderberry, vitamin C, apple cider vinegar gummies, zinc, all that good stuff for you. Keep you healthy and moving. Check them out. Use code JumpStreet at checkout for 20% off your entire order. And they have holiday gift bundles as well. So check that all out. Links in the description below.
And also, we're going to be getting into and digging into the Chris Edwards Foundation. So just so you guys know, the super chats from today, and there's also a PayPal in the description. The questions and the money from that, half of that will be going to the Chris Edwards Foundation. That is an initiative working with Apex Technical School with at-risk youth to get them kids who come from broken homes to learn how to fix homes. They get a trade, they get certified, they have a career. So let's talk about the Chris Edwards Foundation because, like you said, you've come from a troubled home. You've learned how to build homes with your hands, as we were just talking about, and you wanted to offer that back to people in the skating community, right? Or at-risk youth.
Yeah, totally. I I've enjoyed the last decade. I've been able to kind of like watch our culture from the outside in, which is it was kind of a cool experience because I was so deep in, right? Like I was so
Right.
deep on the inside that
It's hard to see it when you're so
that
deep in. Yeah, for sure.
right. When you're that deep,
can relate to
so
that.
I have not in any way let go of my rollerblading roots. I've not in any way not been skating. I still roll as much as I can during the year.
Yeah.
Right. And
Well, there's not a quota. Like, it doesn't
Yeah,
matter
no,
how
there's
much you
not.
skate
Right,
to,
right,
be
right.
to be a rollerblader.
No,
Like, you
it
cannot skate
doesn't.
for 10 years and still be a rollerblader.
Exactly.
So it's,
exactly.
Yeah, yeah.
Right. There's no.
It's not about what your physical capabilities are.
No, it's not.
Yeah, it's not.
And and I'm not trying to justify it. I'm just expressing. I've never lost my love for rollerblading.
Yeah,
right.
totally.
I still
Yeah,
like to
clearly not,
roll
yeah.
and but I enjoyed kind of that's outside point of view for a while. It was cool to tune into the channels and watch
Yeah.
the progression and see what everybody's up to and peep the new companies and like Ray and I, we never have lose contact, and we've it's been really great. So I wanted to I've explored my need to see what my hands can do. I proved to myself I could do it.
Yeah.
I can do it.
And sometimes life calls for different focus. Like, it does.
It does.
You have to, like,
it just does.
other areas where you don't put enough attention to, you got to put down the skating and come. I've been
You do.
there. And,
yeah, you do.
calls
You
for
do.
it.
So, but now we're in a great position to be able to bring something back, right? And I have no intentions of coming in and trying to be like the cool company or step on anybody's toes by any means. So we were really we reached out to a lot of people within the community as we were kind of shaping what our initiative was going to be and how we could fit in without hurting the industry. Like, that would be the last thing that we wanted to do is somehow come in and affect people like them and
Well, this is more for because you have two things going on.
We do. We have two things going on.
There's the birth thing, which we can get to in a second, but this one's the Chris Edwards Foundation,
Yes.
which is, and I can attest to this. When, sometimes you put a lot of people who come from skating do come from troubled homes. That's why they could be pretty angsty, and they direct that energy towards skating and jumping off roofs and grinding down things. But a lot of the time when they're done with all this energy in skating, they, don't know where to go, what to do with the work. And they're like, oh man, I put all this energy into skating.
Yeah,
I
what?
haven't developed a career. I haven't developed these skills to help build my life and get it going in the right direction.
Yeah, exactly.
So I know with this, you're, aiming at kids who are in that situation.
Yep.
Generally, I think 17 to 24 is the main group. And it would be in collaboration with this technical school, the certified kids. So they'd come out and they'd work with you building homes, remodeling these homes, right?
Yeah, exactly. And so we formed the Chris Edwards Foundation as a nonprofit. Our objective is to raise money so that we can afford the scholarships, because though we teamed up with the local school here, it still costs money to put a kid in there. It's close to 20 grand per kid to put him in. So we got to raise some money to get him in there. And then, ideally, we'd love to also have our goal for our launch would be in 2022. Okay. And during 2021, we're fundraising in order to get to our goal. We need to raise, in order to get 6 kids to Pittsburgh, put them up in a home where they can stay and live, go to school, and then come and intern with Pittsburgh Project Wrestlers, work with me and my team, and get some hands-on experience and make it through the year. We have to raise about $250,000 to pull this off.
That's a lot. We got to raise some
Yeah,
money.
yeah, but money's just money, right? And as a community,
unless you don't have it.
Yeah, and we're not going to just sit here and only ask rollerbladers. We're gonna do our own outreach and do stuff to
the city,
raise
to the
it.
state.
There's other grants and other things and avenues that will be rolling down, to raise the money. But of course, any dollar that the community can afford, awesome. Just as a community, we can get these 6 kids here. We can put them up. We can cover their expenses, get them through school, and then give them some training, and then give them the option to either continue to live here in Pittsburgh and join the PPW crew, or take them skills home and find another crew.
Yeah, I mean, and that's 6 kids. You're going to change 6 people's lives right there.
And we hope. I think that our community, as a community, we need to care. Like it's it's like really important for us to. It's one of those like cultural things. Like we need to have a platform that like just truly cares. Like we're concerned about the betterment of our fellow riders, you know. And this is just, it's another thing that's just really like my heart's saying I need to do this. Like this is like I really want to like provide this opportunity.
And I think I think there are certainly some kids out there listening who skate who are probably in this position where they're, you know, skating.
Definitely. Especially these days.
They're in the 18, 19, 20, 21, and they're like, they're, you know, maybe realizing that skating isn't going to be the career that, you know, puts the food on the table and wondering what to do. So I think this is, you know, just to put awareness about this out there, it's a really good thing to get out there.
Well, what's great too is like, okay, so now let's look at what I love about this too is if you look at the construction industry right now, just as a whole, okay. And what it's going through right now, there is a lack of talent, like a huge lack of talent, okay. Like it is really like as a contractor owner, I have gone through more employees than a box of Kleenex. It's like it's really hard to like find good people with the skills. And because of that, the demand is starting to really, really rise. You come in and you like gather some really nice carpentry skills, you're going to be making some damn good money. You're going to be making tech money. Because what has happened is everybody got so focused on tech that they forgot about the trades. All right? So the swarm to tech. The tech thing is about to be teched out, right? Because everything comes to a peak. So now everybody who's a tech dude making all that money, they're living in a house, and on the planet Earth, things decay, and your house is going to crumble, and you're gonna need somebody to come in and repair it.
Yeah, people need homes to live in.
You're
like
always gonna need a home.
You're always gonna need a home, and
always
you're
gonna be
always gonna need to repair it. Like, bottom line.
Yeah.
So this is like a huge opportunity for our community to be able to like step in and address a really strong need and place our community and our guys and be like, yeah, our community is not only badass skaters, but watch us swing hammers and sling saws. Like, we'll build your shit.
Yeah.
We've already built ourselves, now we'll build you up. And like it's strong.
Yeah.
You know, and it's fun too, and I like it because it's also got a little bit of that angst, man. Give me a freaking sledgehammer, man. Give me a hammer, dude. Like, what did you just freaking say? But then at the end of it, you make it pretty.
Yeah.
And you're just like, yeah, that's right. That's right. You know, it's there's a lot of like
chaos and order
there's a lot of
dichotomy.
similarities to it, right? Like, cause like, yeah, first it's really rough and you gotta like get it all roughed in. You gotta like shape it. You gotta get it to happen. And then you gotta bring in your finesse, man. Then you gotta like lace the trick. You gotta make it look freaking stylish.
Yeah.
So you then gotta like slow down a second and you gotta like concentrate on the style. And then you gotta like lace all the nice pretty trim in place and get the flooring in and get that tile laid real nice, man. And at the end, like, bam, dude.
Super satisfying
flawless,
too. That feeling, I
right?
bet.
Yeah,
after you have
that
a
feeling
finished
at
home.
the end,
Yeah.
you stuck it, right? And like, and jokingly in our thing, we pinned it. Like, you know, like the wrestlers pin that shit. Like, game over. Nice match. See you on the next one.
No, that's dope, and yeah, I really think that's a cool initiative. Like, you've been trying to get kids on skates and help kids and invest in the community for a long time, and it's sick to see still that 2020 you're still wanting to like make those investments, at least in the individuals in the community, and like thereby like helping enrich the community.
I of course, man. Like, till I die.
It's a lifer now.
yeah. I was a lifer the moment I put them on.
Yeah.
And I've been fighting to be a lifer, right? Yeah, like it's a great thing. So then we're this comes to our next like agenda, right? So it's like, okay, we gotta like do some like fun incentivizing things rather than just saying like, hey, give us money. Let's like come up with some cool products and some fun things to offer. And that way you get something for your donation, and then you know that the products that you're wearing, a chunk of that money just went into the foundation. You know, so we.
So this is coming back to birth right now,
right?
Which, by the way, I neglected to mention before we pull out any of the birth stuff. We should touch on the giveaway real quick. It slipped my mind during the sponsorship.
Okay, yeah, let's do that.
Okay, so Chris is doing a giveaway in collaboration with Them Skates and Caltic Skates. It's a parent-child competition giveaway where you get a clip skating with your kid, you post it on Instagram, you tag
At CE Circa 1986, at Birth Legacy, and at Jump Street Podcast. Just a video clip of you and your kid skating. Could be an edit, could be just a clip or two. Get creative with it, have some fun, because you're going to have a chance to win a pair of skates for yourself and a pair of skates for your kids.
Yeah, the giveaways for the parent and the kid, right? Because the Celtic skates are kid-sized skates. The parent skate would be a them skate. And so, yeah, just get out a clip skate with your kid. Tag all those things. We're going to make a post about it.
And hashtag TBS Thunder.
Hashtag TBS Thunder.
Be the Thunder.
Be the Thunder. And you get you have till January 15th.
Yep.
And it's just, again, with everything Chris is doing, he's trying to get kids on skates, trying to encourage the parents to go out skate with their kids.
I love this giveaway, too. It's something that we haven't seen before.
Absolutely.
Very different.
Yeah.
So.
Well, it's awesome. Well, we're seeing, man, like, as soon as I peeked my head around the corner to say hello, everybody, it's me again. We started the Instagram, and I appreciate everybody. Like, man, it's awesome. Like, just in the past handful of weeks, there's already 3,000 people hanging out with me again, and I love it, and I appreciate it. And a ton of them are old school dudes, right? That are now have children, and they're already submitting me some stuff, sending like, check out my kid, right? Because I showed off Canyon. I'm like, hey, dudes, look at my kid. And they're like, oh yeah, well, whatever, look at my kid. Okay, cool, awesome, like, love it. Yeah, your kid's sick too, badass, right? So it's like, in doing so, then we're like, oh, there it is, man. There's our lane. That's where we belong, right? That's where we're at. And then we're not interrupting and interfering with the industry as it is currently, right? Because this is a lane that's not filled yet. So this is
birth.
Now birth.
So this is the directed to kids.
Yes.
And you're doing
the main objective of relaunching birth is twofold. One, pay homage and respect to the legends. Number two, promote the kids 12 and under, give them empowerment to be badass rollerbladers. We found a very beautiful way to do this. We have Jaron Grobe, the monster, and the little monster. And we're making them into, we're literally making them into cartoon characters, okay? So you can get the cartoon character version of Monster and Little Monster right now. We have
it's so cool.
Yeah,
we have the cartoons changed everything with the
fun,
brand.
right? Okay, so then
cool.
we're gonna have Richard and the Shredder. All right, so Jay Lynn is the Shredder, and she leads with love. Like, cool. We have myself, jokingly call I'm Mighty, and then we have Canyon's the Destroyer. So it's Mighty and the Destroyer. All right, and then we just spoke with Vinny Minton, and his two kids are skating. So it's going to be Vinny Minton and the Vandals.
Ooh.
All right, so
I like this. This is fun.
Okay, so then
everyone's a character.
Everybody's a cartoon.
Yeah.
All right, we already have. I want to thank Adam Manoa, okay, a rollerblader, who now is a professional illustrator, works on video games and other great products, like high-end products. And this dude's a dedicated rollerblader. He sent me. It was wild because I posted the clip of Canyon his first day on skates, right? And I wake up the next morning. I got a message in the box. I open the message. There's this character of Canyon. Like I was like, oh my god, this is awesome. The dude goes, hey, I hope you don't mind. Your son inspired me to draw this as a warm up this morning for work. And I was like, number one, hell yeah. Number two, warm up. What the hell does that mean? Yeah. And then number three, dude, call me.
Yeah.
Right? Like, dude, I need you, man. Like, give me a shout because we got some cool stuff in the works. And, like, I'd love to talk to you and see if we can collaborate with you. And, man, a few minutes later, Adam calls me up. He's like, Edwards. I'm like, yeah, dude. He's like, oh, cool to talk to you. I was like, yeah, awesome, man. Dude, your shit's awesome. And he goes, dude, this is what I do. And I love it. And however I can help out, man, let me know. He goes, I used to ride all your birth gear back in the day. I was at your Escondido skate shop and park. He goes, I don't know if you remember. I was like, well, man, it has been a minute, but awesome, and thank you, right? Like, and then I said, well, cool. If you're
perfect.
I was like, dude, if you were the birth kid, bro, we're bringing birth back. Like, let's do it. Like, we're gonna reshape it and find its lane finally. Where it needs to sit and belong. So then. He was all in, bro. He's already drawn us up. He drew me and Canyon. He already drew up Richard and Jay Lynn. And
he did an awesome job. They look so cool.
Yeah, and then the monster and the little monster, just all of them. Like, dude, they're so freaking cool looking, right?
Yeah.
So so it's great. It's like perfect 12 and under marketing, and we're using the legends of our culture to be able to share the story with the kids through cartoon and through through empowerment, and so then the whole Be the Thunder is like, like, come bring it, steal our thunder. We want the kids to steal our thunder.
I like that.
Yeah, I like that. Steal our thunder. That's really cool.
And be the thunder.
Yeah, that's cool. I like that.
I like that too.
Yeah,
Yeah, when you said it yesterday too, I was like, well, that sounds good.
Yeah, that's really right.
So, so that's really the push, man.
Yeah.
And so, like, for example, 25 years ago, we discussed it. I went to rollerblade. We designed the first freestyle skate, fresh out the box, ready to roll, the CE Daytona, right? And we would like to announce the 25th anniversary version. Right here, man. Look at this bad boy, dude. Look at this bad boy.
The crowd's going wild. The crowd's going wild.
So this is
the first one. Now,
Kids
if you go to our site, you'll see the Daytona logo on the back. This is the first prototype, right? And then but now we have it locked in. This is from Celtic skate brand. We've teamed up with Celtic because Connor and the team there, they've been at this for 18 years, man. 18 years dedicated to working on a kids brand and a kids skate that is awesome, right? And you touch this skate, bro, and it's no joke.
It's a solid skate. Definitely.
It's a solid.
I was impressed by even the wheels and the frames.
This is a really
and
well
stuff.
done skate.
It's a really well done skate. What's really
like you said, it because it's for kids, it changes in size.
yeah,
too,
bro. There's two sizes, right? One goes from 1 to 4, and then the other one goes from 4 to 7. So it is at a price point of $200. It's a awesome value because it grows, and not only does it grow, man, this thing comes apart just like your skates do, bro. This is a UFS baby skate. It's unbelievable.
It's like a baby skate.
Yeah, yeah, it's a UFS baby skate.
I wish I had that when I started skating.
Yeah, we're putting up in the next couple of days. We're going to be putting up a set of little monster frames, so you can already start trading out some stuff, right? And we'll be having a little. We're gonna decorate each of the characters, right? So kind of from head to toe is our goal. So they're all going to have a cool skate. They're all going to have some pads and helmets and some merchandise gear, right? So you can just kind of if you feel like your kid's a monster, then you can dress them up as a little monster.
Yeah,
right.
And then for it all coming back around, you were saying, I guess a lot of this is going to go help to the Chris Edwards Foundation.
Yes, yeah.
So it's
all of our
full
products,
circle.
all of our products are going to go, and monies are going to be donated to the Chris Edwards, a good chunk, basically $5 on around $5 on per shirt that you buy will get thrown in there. On the skates, we're going to be sending on these special edition skates. We have this one listed at $225, but $25 goes to the foundation.
That's great.
So
Yeah.
you're we that little bit of fluff is for a good cause. It's
Yeah.
not for just a money grab.
Right.
I want to say also that they're all linked in the description to the Birth Legacy website, as well as the link to the Chris Edwards Foundation too. If anyone wants to donate and support, check it out in the
Yeah,
description.
please, we'd appreciate it.
Are these available now?
These are available now for pre-order, and we're gonna just do pre-order. That way, we don't have to throw a ton of money up in the air. We want to see what everybody wants. We want to see what everybody starts to fall in love with, and just come be a part of us. We want to bring you products that you're gonna love, rather than just trying to make products and force you to love it.
Yeah.
So we just want to work with the community. We want to work with parents. We want to encourage everybody out there to skate with your kids. We have a very, very unique sport, as I kind of delved into a little bit yesterday. Normally you go drop your kids off at the soccer. You go drop them off at the soccer field. You drop them off at the football field. You drop them off at the baseball field. You can't go out there and play with your kids. Here, with us, you can skate with your kids. You can put a pair of skates on and skate with your kids and be a part of our community. And you can, whether you just take them down on a bike trail, or you just take them to a parking lot, or you decide to hop in the skate park with them, skate with your kids. and you can be physically active along with your children. And this is something that you can learn to love with your kids. And you can, so we got like some funny like shirts available. Like right now you can go get the monster shirt for the parent, and you can get the little monster shirt for the kid.
I like that. That's my favorite one.
We did like a funny one off of like the Say Hello to My Little Friend. All right, so we got the Say Hello to My Little series going. So like the parents wear the one that says Say Hello to My Little Destroyer, and then the kids wear Little Destroyer.
Yeah.
Right. Like and same with like Richard and the Shredder. Like, you know, here's my Say Hello to My Little Shredder, and then so for all those out there with your daughters and everything, like Little Shredder.
Yeah. It's fun.
Yeah, it's really fun. So it's just silly stuff. Like we're just gonna have like it's probably the kind of stuff that like you don't understand why it's funny and cool unless you have kids, right? Like it's total like 12 and under play.
Yeah.
Like, you know, only us parents would be like silly enough to wear these shirts, right? Like you know, you're like, I'm not expecting all the cool kids to put these on.
Yeah.
They're not.
That's a market that's untouched too in our industry, at least anyway.
Yeah,
so that now everybody, all these parents, because everyone.
We want to empower the parents. We
Yeah.
want to empower the parents to like be able to present some really cool, fun, badass stuff to their kids and get their kids hooked.
It's
and, like,
motivating in both ways. If you can
know?
skate with your kid, that motivates you to skate more. If your kid can skate with you, that motivates your kid to want to skate more too.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a really
Totally.
cool. It's really
Works
cool
both
to be able
ways.
to enjoy that with your folks. And again, you could get a free pair of skates if you send in some stuff with that.
Yeah.
By January 15th, and
Right, and then so here's the really cool part, man, is that I present you the CED, the 25th anniversary Chris Edwards Daytona. Except for I think that my son is probably going to steal my thunder, and this time CE is going to stand for Canyon Edwards. So we'd like you to please go 50. We're only making 50. The Team Thunder skate, that's going to be our line. Okay, that skate will be always available. We're working hand in hand with Caltech. They're going to go out into the stores and into the shelves and everything. But right now we have 50 available for pre-sale that you can grab, and we'll put those 50 together and get them to you as we're developing the whole line and getting it ready for retail. So you can snag some Thunders right now, but we are only making 50 of these, period. We'll never make another one. So these are not only awesome for your kid, but if you're a collector, these are a badass collector's item.
So there'll be more.
And we're going to do more
but
of
it's
this.
not going to be the CE Daytona.
Exactly.
Okay, gotcha.
Exactly. The Thunders are team. That's why it's the TBS Thunder. So that's like our team push. Like that skate will always be available, and you can push it. And then what we're going to be doing is we're going to be doing little baby reissues of people's products. We're already like we're already discussing with Opalek, and I got to reach out to Arlo and get it all organized here, because not only do the products that are purchased through our website, not only is there donations to the foundation, but we're also able to like take a really nice cut out of it and bless the legends and their families. So they're getting a nice piece of the pie that's like really deserved. That's really well deserved. So you're not just like supporting the foundation, you're also supporting your legends and those who bled before you.
Yeah.
So
it's an investment in the industry in multiple ways.
It is. It is, man. And these guys deserve it, man. Like, come on, man.
Yeah,
you know
why Jaron, man. He's been,
Jaron's
still,
a beast. Well, and then come on, like, and Tom Fry, bro. Like, y'all are still doing fish brains.
Yeah.
Totally.
All right.
I love fish brains. One of my favorite.
Yeah.
Thank you, Tom.
And Tom Fry, man.
Yeah.
So we're gonna make a commemorative Tom Fry model here soon. That'll be a 50 run limit, right? Like, I want to team up with Tom, and I hope
Tom's first pro skate.
That'd be amazing. It'd be amazing, right?
Only took 30 years.
And let's
He
give it to him,
well
right?
deserved.
Right.
Well
Let's give it
deserved.
to him then. Let's give it to him. Let's make the fish, right? Like, we're gonna make make the fish model. It's gonna be badass, right? Have a brain on the side of the frame. Like, whatever. I'll talk to Tom about it. But that'd be freaking sick. Yeah. Skeletons, fish on the back, right? Yeah.
Sick.
Yeah, it'd be really sick.
Totally.
Like, and so that's what Connor and Caltech's like enabling us to do, man, which is really sick. It's like, man, I'm like blown away, like that this has all come together so fast. It's just such a beautiful collaboration of everybody, you know. I was talking with Michael Palak too. Like Michael Palak had the first pro wheel in our history.
Hyper?
No, Senate.
Senate. Oh, tripping.
Yeah, no. Because at the time, I was working with Hyper, and for whatever reason, Peterson wouldn't let me have my name on the wheel. I'm like, dude, just give me my name on the wheel. Like, Rollerblade just gave me my name on a skate.
Yeah.
You're not going to give me a name on a wheel? No, I just don't think it's ready for that. I'm like, okay, whatever. So then we did the Fat Boy series, you know. I was like, whatever, man. Just let me design it then, and let me help out with the designs and stuff. So I at least got to do that. We designed the Fat Boy series and the whole, all the dwarves and giants and all that madness. But Senate, Arlo.
Fat Boys, man. Wow.
Yeah.
Yes, the Fat Boys.
And the midgets.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. And so then Arlo was hard at work doing Senate, and then he was like, Arlo knew it was time. So Arlo invested in a lot of stuff, and he cranked out the American Dream as the first one. That was Michael Pallet's wheel, the American Dream, and he cranked it out, man. And I talked to Mike about it. I was like, isn't it amazing? And Mike jokingly said that he goes, mine just happened to be the first one off the press. I was like, well, whatever, Mike, it's yours.
Yeah.
And, take the win.
That's pretty good.
Take the win. Yeah. Take the win, dude.
That's a nice little bit of trivia. I never knew that he had the first pro wheel. Ever.
Yeah. So we want to make the American Dream skate with the reprint of the wheel, and red, white, and blue style skate, and give Opalic again. Not only did he have the first pro wheel, but this will be his first model.
Yeah,
right, which
that's
is
pretty cool.
Way more than well deserved.
Yeah.
So these are the cool, fun things we're going to be able to do, right? So this is what we're working on. Mm-hmm. This is our mission. We're raising money for kids because we're going to put them in college. Mm-hmm. We're celebrating our legends, and we're promoting parents to skate with their kids, and promoting other dudes, uncles. Come on, man. I know there's a bunch of you uncles out there. There's also a bunch of...
Come on, drunk uncles. Put down the bottle. Get out there and skate with your kids.
Wino nieces.
Nephews.
Yeah. Wino aunts. Wino aunts. Get with your nieces. I said wino nieces. Wino aunts. Wino aunts. Yeah. Skate with... Put the bottle down.
Come on.
Skate with
Get
your
out there and
niece.
skate. You could put it down for one day.
Exactly.
Get out there and skate.
You can do it. Come on. So uncles, aunts, moms, and dads... Yeah. Skate with some kids.
Totally.
Get out there and do it. I know that, there might be a bunch of you, like I said, you don't have kids yet, but you're definitely an uncle.
Totally.
So grab a pair. Get on there, grab a pair of Thunders, man, and share the love with these kids, man. Mm-hmm. Share your experience, share your passion. And we are going to do our damnedest to provide some badass tools for you to be able to share.
I think that's incredible, and yeah, that's a great mission to be on, and very noble, because that's the main thing with skating. We got to get these kids back on the skates, and I think a really great way to do it, to encourage the parents to do it with their kids, because that's something you can do with your kid.
For years, that was something that skaters as an industry have been trying to figure out how to do. We're just producing our own, little soldiers.
Yeah, man.
Going. It's time
that's
to
what we got to do.
Like that.
No. It's time to be the Thunder.
Tight. So yeah, since we went through that, I think we're going to open it up for questions soon. Again, as we said before, our super chats go, half of them go to Chris Edwards for the Chris Edwards Foundation.
Yes.
And to invest in these initiatives. All of the links are in our descriptions. Mm-hmm. There are 50 pairs of these skates.
There is.
And we're going to be
Fire Daytonas.
We're going to be putting up all the links and
as soon as they're gone, man. So grab them while they're hot.
Only 50 up.
The Thunders will be there. The Daytonas won't.
We have our the competition to remind you of again. Please, January 15th, parents with their kids skating, submit the clips, tag everything we said, and also hashtag TBS Thunder. And once again, thank you to our sponsors. Got to shout them out. Mm-hmm. Intuition Skate Shop at Intuition Skate Shop, intuitionskateshop.com. Mix captain hat. Every day is a cruise in your captain's hat.
I need one of those.
And I know, how badass is
I don't feel like I'm cruising right now.
No, I feel tight on this thing. I'm on a boat no matter what.
But you don't feel like it because you don't have the hat on yet. That's why.
Right. I need one.
Yeah.
And of course, Zella Health. Please take care of your health, take care of your body, especially if you're an older blader. Inflammation is a leading cause to a lot of the things we deal with in terms of disease and cancer. So get some turmeric and ginger in your body. Eat some of those apple cider gummies. A little bit of vitamin C won't kill you. And go use the Jump Street code for a 20% discount.
Yep.
This whole thing that we've been talking about, which has been, I think, is incredible and is an amazing mission. But pass the torch. That's a part of the idea here, right?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Oh, totally. It's totally about pass the torch or enabling our children to steal our thunder. We got a couple of cool pass the torch designs too. You know, one says legend, the other one says legacy. So you know you can share that with your children, and you can be the legend and be proud of your legacy. So that's what it's all about.
Pass the torch, steal
pass
the thunder.
the torch, steal the thunder, man.
I love that.
Like, and then empower the kids to be the thunder.
Be the thunder. I love it. Austin, did you mind opening for questions?
Yeah.
My phone to help you.
I want to give a shout out to our super chatters. Thank you guys so much. Sean Michelson. Sean Michelson said, "Detour, pun intended. Don't lie."
What's that?
Sean Michelson said, "Detour, pun intended," and then he said, "Don't lie."
Detour, like is there one coming?
I guess I don't know.
I'm not sure how that.
Detour, pun intended.
Detour.
Like
I
a
guess it would
detour?
be like a
detour
what would
from.
you call like your D, right? Like is that pun intended? I guess not. It was short for diversity.
It was.
Right?
It was. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. No, the detour. It was definitely a play on
Diversity.
the diversity.
Gotcha.
Yeah. That I had to do a D tour.
Thank you to Mr. Brown's Goldies. Thank you to Ben Magaziner, Jars in the chat, respect. Older Bladers says, I gave my oldest son a set of the Caltech K-skates and he loves them.
Yeah.
What kind of changes have been made from the first K-skates to the birth skates?
There weren't really too many changes to make, man. Like they're just great skates. We added the we're just working. It's really more logo placements,
It's more
right?
like cosmetic changes.
It's more cosmetic changes, and
Yeah.
just adding the fun and bringing you the legends.
Yeah.
You know, so you're going to be able to rock some really cool stuff. And we're just doing our branding in collaboration with Caltech. The product's awesome, man.
Right.
And we're going to be working with them on potentially doing some changes here in the future. But as of right now, man, I really
needs to be made.
There's
It's a solid
not many.
skate.
It's a solid skate, dude.
Yeah. To have a kid skate that has
Dude, it's solid.
UFS
I can't
with these
even look at it.
big
and,
sole spaces. You have 60 millimeter flat with still with that space to grind.
Right.
My skates when I was that old, I had no
Yeah.
space to grind. I take my wheels out. You know.
Right, man.
So,
You used to have the 3 wheels, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Somehow it was cramped. I don't know how the hell he did it. It's like
Yeah.
magic.
Yeah.
It's magic, and the frame's not like super high either. Like it's
nice.
They're magic, dude.
And the liners are nice and comfy. It's not like the liners we used to have.
They're
back
out of
in the day.
Ireland, man. I think they have some help from some freaking leprechauns.
Oh. They're magically delicious.
They are magically delicious.
Yes. All right.
Connor's like, hey, you little leprechauns, come in here, help me make a skate.
Also, shout out Jaron Grobes in the chat.
Oh,
Super shout out
Jaron, what's up,
Grobes,
brother?
The monster
The
himself.
monster.
And Ray Mendez.
Yes.
Shout out Ray.
What
I
up,
see
Ray?
you up there. Throw your lighters in the air.
Older Blading says he gave his oldest son a set of Caltech K skates and he loves them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're bad. Man, this is what hooked me, right? I didn't jump in. I didn't jump in with Connor until he blessed Canyon with a pair of skates. Canyon put the skates on, and like prior to that, we had like them like because it's so small, it's hard to find kids skates, right? So we just had like these cheap Kmart or not Kmart. That shows my age. Target skates, that just like they expand and everything, but they're just like so horribly built. And we'd put him on him. He'd walk around the house and everything, but the buckles always blow out. His ankles, so he just like didn't really totally fall in love with them. I was like, man, just wait. I'm hoping that these skates that Caltech sending you, man, you're gonna love them because they look great. And Canyon put them on with that little ratchet strap, like the way it like kick, like clinks him in, man. Sucked his little heel back, got him nice and tight in there, man. And then we let Canyon go for the very first time in the skate park. That edit is like legitimately his first time. They locked him in like that, man, and the kid just started jumping off everything. I mean, in full discretion, I've been parkour training the kid since he could walk, but he got the skates on and then went and started parkouring on some rollerblades and started getting it right, and it was incredible. Neil was there. Yeah, it was wild, right? Because at first he was like, I don't want to do it, because he was just remembering the other skates, and we let him bring his skateboard in. And he usually sits on it and rolls down the ramp on the skateboard, and then he finally goes, okay, I'll try him. I was like, okay, cool, come on, like let's go try him. And then we strapped him in, dude, and now he does not stop talking about rollerblading. He wants to go to the skate park every day.
He's got the bug.
He's
That's
got
awesome.
the bug,
So
dude.
motivating.
We hooked him. Now he's the Thunder. and the Destroyer.
Sean Michelson asks, who are your favorite current rippers right now?
I'm really enjoying watching CJ. His speed is unbelievable. Joe's killing it, and that's the dude doing all them loops and shit, right?
Joe
Yeah.
Atkinson,
Dude
yeah.
is amazing.
Just looping around.
Yeah.
He's made a career out of loops.
Dude. Well, and then you take the loops away, and then he's still badass. Right. He's still just crushing it.
Not just a loop guy.
Yeah,
He's got
right.
other things
Yeah,
too.
yeah. I mean, it sucks to be pigeonholed, but man, Morales, give me a break. Like, I'll forever love Frankie Morales, and he's still fucking crushing the hell out of it. You can never, ever not appreciate the beauty, the grace, the power, and the style of Alex Broskow. Like, give me a break. I love Farmer. Man, the medicines from the pharmacy are ridiculously delicious. Yeah. You can swallow those pills all day long. Yeah. So you gotta respect the pharmacy.
Yes.
I mean, I could sit here, keep on.
Go on and on.
Let me just tell you. Let me just put it to you this simple. I couldn't be more proud of what I'm seeing.
Ooh. I like that.
I like that.
Agro Skater 414 asks, would Edwards do an HGTV show promoting his foundation and blading brands? He'd be amazing on there.
What's the HD?
Home garden TV.
Oh, the home.
Like
yeah,
that.
right. Oh, okay, yeah. Let's do it.
Shit like that.
Yeah, let's build some homes. That'd be fun. We don't know. Like, all we know that we're trying to do right now is like develop a really solid brand that can be marketable, and that has the ability for a mainstream outreach. All right, I'm a mainstream blader. Okay, I've touched the mainstream. I've been on the Good Morning America show and talked with Al Roker.
We've been on David Letterman.
We've been on David Letterman.
The Mickey Mouse Club.
We came flying in with the top 10. Jumped over a phone booth and with Eddie Campos, God bless him, rest his soul, and Tom Fry and B Love come flying into the Dave Letterman show. Woo, yeah! Launched up on the stage. I had the top 10 list. I was like, "Here you go, Mr. Letterman," and then did a front side out there and.
The whole crowd
Off into the
cheering you on.
past.
If
Yeah.
anyone could find that clip, by the way, send it to us.
Yeah, we need it.
We couldn't find that clip.
Yeah, it's been hard for us to find. We need that.
Yeah.
But it was an amazing. So we've we were on national television constantly. I got a stack. I got a.
That's something not a lot of people can say, that they were a mainstream blader.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. And dude, like Sunny Delight commercials, Kellogg's, like. Lots of stuff. Coca-Cola, Kodak. Yeah, man.
Hanging out with Jared Leto.
But what's great though now is we can come back to these brands with the history of us being there and what those brands actually helped spawn, right? So now we can go approach someone like Sunny Delight and be like, hey, we got this really cool kids initiative, and it'd be awesome if you hopped in and helped us, right? So then we can start utilizing those because we were talking about when the corporation loses its soul and it only focuses on the bottom line. But then these are great opportunities for corporations like this to attach themselves to some grassroots stuff. So Lord willing, this is where our mind is at, and we want to grow rollerblading. We want to bring rollerblading back into a solid mainstream positioning, but only on our terms and only with our initiative and
you can't just take the money and run.
No, hell no. It's we got to
bring kill our industry in the process.
Look at man. I've been fighting for the heart and soul of rollerblading from day one, and if we can accomplish it this time, then we can really do great things.
Well, I definitely agree with you on that.
Quickly, Topher says, LOL, 49 pairs left.
Yeah, dude. Love you, brother. Thank
Hopefully
you.
less than that by now, but
thank you, dude.
And Nobird says, I only have...
Hey, look at. Send me your information, please. Who was
Topher?
that bought the first pair?
Topher Klemek.
Hey, Topher, send me your information, please, to my Instagram. Send me a message so that I can mail you out a signed Mighty Mouse shirt. So give me your address and your shirt size. We printed some off. I got some right now. I can put in the mail for you
Nice.
as you wait for your skates to be produced and everything. Let me at least get you a signed Mighty Mouse shirt. All right,
Nice.
God
That's a
bless
nice
you, and I
little
love
gem
you.
right there.
Very cool.
Sick.
Nobert says, I only have to say thank you, Chris, for all you have done for the sport. You and all the crew. Greetings from Germany. Thank you, Nobert.
Thank you, man. Appreciate you. Appreciate you there in Germany, man. Thank you.
Blader Tease says, I think this is a bit touching on the last question, but you could. Chris, what do you like most about how blading has transformed over the years?
I think beyond just like the actual skating, I'm just like really impressed. I love the fact that we can say that we have 100% owned skater products. That skates. We haven't been able to say that in a long time. So God bless Julio and the them team. Man, unbelievable what Connor and Caltic and the Leprechauns have been able to do. Like,
Leprechauns can work.
Unbelievable. Yeah, it's unbelievable. And then Frankie Morales' brand is like sick, like gods, like man, come on. And then like seeing some of the more of the art forms coming up and getting their exposures, like we have really great rollerbladers doing some really great high-end stuff, man, like Tyler Shields and Brian Smith. These are some people that and Brian Smith was another legend that was there in the get-go and in all the hoaxes, and threw down, man.
Yeah.
And now he's like just an amazing photographer doing stuff in Hollywood for people, and his work is just absolutely like top notch, man. Tyler Shields, same thing, dude. I think that kid was like dating Clint Eastwood's daughter. Yeah, why not?
Yeah, I saw him on a reality TV show with Clint Eastwood's.
Yeah,
like
dude.
Keeping Up with the Eastwoods or something.
Really?
Right.
It's not Keeping Up with the Eastwoods.
Yeah, but whatever.
Something
Yeah,
like
yeah,
that.
right. And there's Tyler. Holy shit.
Yeah.
Tyler was on the tours
tours,
with me, man.
Right.
I bought that kid. I can't even count how many hamburgers and hot dogs.
He's responsible for at least 100 dogs and burgers.
At least, you owe me some dogs. Dog.
We're coming to get those dogs. We're coming to get paid back for them dogs.
I love Tyler, man. He's already reached out to me, man. We're already talking.
Yeah.
I love that kid. Love Brian, man. But that's like the amazing stuff, man. Dylan Cooper, dude, man. Big shout out, man, to Dylan. Amazing. And the fact that he rose to the level that he's rising and continuing to rise, and we need to get behind him and help him rise more. The fact that he did not let go of his skates is just
he's proud to represent
phenomenal,
he does
dude.
too.
Brother.
Brother. I just had a flashback of you screaming down the vert ramp to Macho. He's like, brother.
Hey, brother. Snap into a Slim Jim.
Angelia Baladon says, I just realized my name says Baladon on here, but it's me, Angie Walton.
Yes.
Saying howdy to you guys.
Angie.
So love what you guys are doing. And, of course, big love to my brother, Chris.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Hey, Angie, listen, I spoke with Angie. She gave me her blessings to print. We're working on it now. We're going to do a T-shirt release, a limited edition T-shirt release of cover number 3, so you can get a little piece of history and rock it. And Julio also suggested we do this, so thank you, John Julio, and for the suggestion, and thank you, Angie, for the permission. So it'll be on the site here soon. We want to make sure that it looks great and it represents Angie Walton, Daily Bread, and Birth very well at the same time. So, but it's
gonna be really cool to
Very
have.
It's gonna be cool.
Huge shout out to the godmother.
Hell yeah,
Angie
dude.
Walton.
Better recognize, motherfuckers.
Damn right.
Mr. Self-Destroy asks, Chris, do you think Hollywood was ultimately a positive influence on inline skating in the 90s and early 2000s? Is there such a thing as oversaturation?
I think that it was a very positive thing in the early 90s, and Hollywood's fun. I think that it just depends on how it's represented, of course. But of course, exposure's exposure, and so it did great things for it. What hurt us was not having a solid back-end infrastructure and organization of a culture. But we're deep
at
now.
The time, though.
At the time, we were just spawning, right? So there wasn't like a historical culture to catch it, right?
Yeah.
There was nothing there, there was nothing built and ready, But now that we are there's I don't know where I got this from, but they say that I'm blanketing saying this, but if you can make it for 30 years, then you've officially become a culture, because like you were able to spin through enough decades
Generations.
to become a legitimate culture. If you die off before 30 years, you're just a trend, right? And I think that was part of my like big push to get us into the new millennium, because we can't be a trend. Like, let's not die. We can't be a trend. We got to be a culture. Like, we got to be a culture. Like, we got to get there. Like, let's just like. So I did the last human push I could possibly do in 2000, right? To like my last hurrah to like just push it. And you know, and I'm so thankful and proud of everyone who's like you know, picked it up, and you know, the torch was tossed, and you all have grabbed it and burned it bright, and we are now officially a culture. You can't shake us. We're not going anywhere.
No
We're
way.
not a trend. We're not going to disappear.
If we didn't die yet.
you know, just like they say in Colors, man, we'll never die, just multiply.
That's right. That's rad.
Miguel Ramos says, "Hi guys." Hi Miguel.
Hi, Miguel.
Hello, Miguel.
Thanks, Chris, for being a part of this amazing podcast.
Hey, man.
I want to hear about Monsters of Roll RFCC.
Oh, okay.
What do you think of the current state of blading? Well, we kind of talked about that part, but Monsters of Roll RFCC.
Monsters of Roll was it was probably the last like fun, great event that I was able to yank off. And again, Monsters of Roll was the same concept as Diversity Tour. I pulled off a couple of those the first couple of years I was at Woodward, because I was able to utilize Woodward contacts, and they opened the door for me to be able to run the couple of Monsters of Rolls down on the West Coast. It was good promotion for the West Coast camp that was just opening at the time, and it was also just a great opportunity for us. And we had, man, I actually had Doug Boyce at one of them, man, DJing, which was,
really?
yeah,
No
that
shit.
was
Super
incredible.
cool.
Yeah, that was incredible. And you know, we're aiming to get back in that kind of game, man. Like, I love events. I have always been an event planner. I've always been a tour organizer. So don't think I'm not. That's all I
Yeah.
gotta say.
Badass.
Just give us some time.
My dear friend and old roommate, Richard Corley, says, craziest stunt that stands out of anyone you've ever seen before.
Craziest stunt?
Yeah, craziest stunt you've seen.
I think that I believe that I just saw a clip of Chris Haffey doing like some kind of wild, massive freaking gap, like 450 to. I'm not sure. I'm trying to remember what he locked in, man, to a lower rail, dude. And it was like he like cleared like a set that would just like number one would just be hard to clear the set and land flat, let alone gap it all the way to the freaking rail. Man, Haffey dude is like next
Haffey.
level, man.
Yeah.
Like I just think that go to Haffey's portfolio, and then you'll probably see the sickest trick you've ever seen in your life.
Right.
Anything
Like
done.
right. I mean, I think that Aragon is like very very technical and also very big and everything, but there's just something about Haffey's skating, like like Haffey just finds a way to like just like bring you the like balls to the wall feeling. Like when he does it, it's like you're like he's sphincter puckering.
Totally. And probably some stuff
You're just
I've
like,
done.
oh, Jesus Christ, dude! Like, who, you know, you just feel your fucking ass cheeks like squeeze up.
Yeah.
As you're like, oh, dude, and then he lands it.
No, I could totally relate to that. You go to something I've done is you go to YouTube,
Aragon's-
go to YouTube, type Chris Haffey, and
Yeah,
you could
you will find it.
Crazy shit.
anything that comes up.
You'll find
click
it.
the first thing.
Yeah, right. Like where Aragon's a beautiful skater, right? And he definitely is technical prowess is unbelievable.
Sure.
But like he makes like big things look so easy. I don't know. It's just like the way that, like I said, man, it's just the way that Haffey does it, dude. It's just like he puts you on
Yeah.
the edge of your seat. Like,
I think we can all like sit back and say, Chris
Yeah.
Haffey, you've done it well.
yeah, we love you.
Yeah, we love you.
Yeah.
Thank you, Chris.
We love you, man.
Oh, Chris to Chris. Look
yeah,
at that.
hey, man. You know what I mean?
Full circle.
C to C.
I like this one from Mr. Ray Mendez.
Uh-oh.
Ray Mendez.
I probably don't
I think that
even
might be a good one to end it with.
Is there anything else first before we
Yeah,
do that one?
but before we
Okay.
get to that one, because I think that's a good ending.
Okay, yeah. Sorry, Ray.
Do you have any good Brian Bell memories?
I have a lot of great Brian Bell memories.
How about one? If you can. I know it's tough. Yeah. Yeah. R.I.P. Brian Bell. All right.
Yeah,
Sorry, that's
super.
tough.
Brian Bell, super legend right there.
Yeah.
He's done so much for the sport too in the '90s, and he was one of the, in my opinion, one of the first people. Super.
Thanks a lot,
shredding and
5 stars. You made a legend cry.
Okay.
So thanks for your question.
It's okay. It's okay.
We don't need any more of your questions.
I wasn't supposed to cry at all, man. I almost did it.
You
Well,
made,
you know
you
what?
made it to three. You made it three. You made it 3
Dude,
episodes.
you did well.
Thank you. I'm a notorious crier.
Yeah.
I usually cry over nothing, but I mean, I guess. Look at man, Brian Bell, man, was the first person in our history to have like the sickest style. Like he took what we did that we were kind of clunky and like about it, man, and he just like flossed it. Like the way that he would bend and the way that he would shape down rails, dude, and the way that he would like do his spins, man, like unparalleled. And there'll never be a dude like him again.
No, that's a fact.
B Bell's an original.
Yeah.
And and we hope to do some shout outs to that, and we've had some talks about like with our foundation doing some other stuff just to kind of help the things that happen to our brain, for a lack of better ways to say it.
For sure. Brian Bell, the legend. If you aren't familiar, please look it up. He has shaped
Dude,
this
he's
game.
unbelievable.
and-
He made me. Look, and he was also a really great artist because we're hunting it down right now, dude. He made a handful of birth shirts for me, and we're gonna locate those art pieces. I'm gonna reach out to his family.
Those would be
I'm gonna reach out to his
sick.
family, get their permission, and then the proceeds from that will go to his family. So
Oh, nice.
look out for those.
That's great to hear. I
Hell
like that.
yeah.
I like that a lot.
Yo, the legend, Brian Bell. Pay homage, respect. Thank you very much. We got one more question.
So we'll circle around back to Mr.
No more making Chris
Please.
cry.
Please, man,
All right?
you just like ruined my streak. I was killing
We're
it.
doing pretty good.
This guy's a badass, and you're making him cry. All right, cut that out. No, I'm
Hey,
just playing.
man.
I'm just playing. Hey, Chris.
Look at
you're,
man.
You're a passionate dude, and we
Let
love
it
you.
out. Let it out.
Only a real man cries.
That's right. Everyone cries. Shit, I might cry right now.
Let's do it.
You want me to cry?
Let's
I'll
just
do
all
it.
cry, man.
Okay.
So Ray Mendez says, in the end, what do you want to be remembered for?
He's gonna cry again.
Damn you, Ray.
I'm just kidding.
In the end, I'd like to be remembered however you felt you needed to remember me.
I think it would be good. I'll speak. I'll answer it for you. I'm going to remember you as someone who contributed vastly to this thing that we all love, created a community, something we can all share for the past few decades, and something that's continuing to grow. And it's an inspiration to see you continuing to be at it, trying to get your skates on kids' feet. Lord knows you have 6 kids. You can't stop making kids. And
It works.
okay, so it works. He's very fertile. And he keeps getting it done. But to put your focus back into reinvesting and planting the seeds in this sport is just incredible. And the fact that you haven't lost your ambition and your passion for it, and you continue to push for it. I personally am thankful for it. So I just want to say thank you, and I think a lot of us will remember you in that way.
Yes, of course.
Thank you.
And it's not over yet, too.
No, we've
So,
just begun, man.
Yes, exactly.
No.
So there's so much more to.
No. The story is yet to be completed, and I think that if we can pull this off, man, then I'll be able to finally be at peace.
I hear that. Let's get Chris at peace. I want Chris at peace. I want to be at peace too.
Thank you.
I probably have a bit of a longer
gonna be
road to
good.
climb to get there.
Right.
Look at man, me and my wife aren't having any more kids, so we need your kids now.
He's done enough.
Is 6 the magic
I've done
number?
enough, all right?
enough. He's made enough.
man.
All
But between my wife and I, we have 8, all right? So I got 1 for every wheel. Now it's your turn.
Very cool. Well, Chris, I can't say thank you enough for joining us and sharing your story, opening your heart, and
Yeah, man.
Yes,
to this
definitely.
entire
Yeah, no.
community and everything you've done.
Thank you, guys. Look at man, I'm proud of everybody. I love you all.
Hell yeah. Let's get this Chris Edwards Foundation going. Support Birth Clothing. birthlegacy.com. All the links are in the description, so check them out. Definitely help support. Bring new kids on skates.
That's right. Chris Edwards Foundation, Intuition Skate Shop.
Heck
Every
yeah.
day's a cruise in your captain's hat. Zella Health.
There'll be some thunders at Intuitions here
Oh,
soon.
for sure.
Yeah.
The Mick is
He's ready.
Yeah.
down with the scene and
Yeah, we'll
always
get some thunders over there with the sailor.
down. Straight up. Chris,
Thanks, you guys.
Thank you.
Thank you so much
Thank
for
you so
having us.
much, man.
Thank you,
We
Mr.
all
Smalls.
love you.
Thank you. Look at man, I love you all. I love you all, man. You got skates on your feet, man. Your family, and I wouldn't be here. I wouldn't be here without you, man. It takes two to tango. All right, man. Like, it takes two to tango. Let's tango, motherfucker.
Yeah.
Everybody, thank you for watching, sticking with us. If you haven't seen parts 1 and 2, go check that out. We'll see you on the next one.
God damn, what a badass
Please.
way to end it.
I like that. He walked off. I'm not even.
Let's tango!
I'm not even gonna end it now. He just walked off.
Yo, Beat
But-
the Thunder. Shout out Chris Edwards.
I also want to say thank you to Mr. Smalls Theater for
Yes.
hosting us as well. So thank you so much. We'll see you on the next one. Love you all. Peace.